my beloved.
Say it again.
You're my only mate, my only love, forever.
I believe you. Tonight, we are holding our 7th marking ceremony.
Darcy is feeling dizzy tonight. Let's suppress our bond, Emma. We can have our marking ceremony some other day.
Those were the exact words he spit when I called him.
It was the 7th time he asked me to suppress the sacred bond between us, his childhood sweetheart. The first time he suppressed it was because Darcy's packed and he wanted to be by her side.
Darcy is fighting for her survival, and you want me to be pulled by our fated bond? Don't make me believe you are! This selfish Emma.
The third time he suppressed it, he said,
Darcy's having a fever. I can't leave her alone.
By the 6th time, he didn't bother explaining why. He had the witch suppress our bond in the most brutal way possible, because he was in a hurry to go meet Darcy. So, when the 7th time, he refused to mock me and came home to suppress our bond, to be with Darcy, I had already packed my clothes. It will be the last time. He suppresses our bond because the next time, there will be no bond between us to suppress. Call Bonnie, I'm ready. He had his pack's witch, Bonnie, suppress our bond so many times that it was barely visible now. I could see the guilt and remorse flickered through his eyes as he walked closer.
It will be the last time, Emma. I promise. Once Darcy was stable and didn't need me around her, you won't have to go through this searing pain.
I had believed him 7 times. But now, I was done chasing the shadow I would never be able to catch up. Every time he went to take care of Darcy, he would have Bonnie suppress our bond. Being an Omega, the suppression would leave me in so much pain I wouldn't get up from bed for weeks. While I would be moaning in pain and cold, he would stay by Darcy's side, comforting her for what? A fever or a scratch she probably caused while cutting her fangs? I replied, my voice indifferent. Okay, you can call Belly now, in case you get late because of me and blame me for it. The last time he suppressed our bond, I completely lost my strength and fainted. He stayed with me for half an hour before he finally left. The next day, he blamed me for holding him and refused to come back for the next 3 months.
What's that supposed to mean? The last time it's because you didn't eat well.
Didn't eat well? Do you think that's why I fainted? You are an alpha, Edward. You don't understand. You don't have to go through the pain. It's I who suffers. For whom? For Darcy. I feel disgusted even looking at the alpha I blindly followed all these years. But he chased after me.
If you want, I can stay by your side tonight. I'll leave only when you are stable.
No need. I can handle it like I always did. One last time. I can bear it, I said in my mind. Half an hour later, Bonnie stood before my eyes, her silver hair braided tight against her scalp, her eyes filled with a weary pity that I hated more than Edward's guilt. She carried her satchel of herbs and stones, the tools of my torture.
Emma, you're already weak. Your lunar cycle is peaking. If we suppress it now...
Do it. He has a promise to keep, doesn't he? Darcy is waiting. Edward winced at the venom in my tone.
Bonnie, just make it quick. I'll stay with her until the initial shock passes. What? That's serious? I'm coming right now.
He was still on the call when he had already crossed the room, completely forgetting his initial promise to me.
The next full moon, it will be our marking ceremony.
Next full moon would I pity, Edward. That's the day I have chosen to completely leave you. The silence after the door slammed shut was heavier than the suppression pill itself, as the silver light of her magic seared through my veins, dulling the golden thread that connected my soul to Edward's. I didn't scream. I simply watched the scene, counting the seconds until I was finally blissfully numb. Bonnie didn't say a word. The pity in her eyes had curdled into a somber response.
Don't you regret severing?
Your bond with Edward.
He is, after all, an alpha, and he has never refused to mark you.
Never marked me as well.
The silence was deafening before she sighed.
Since he is an alpha, he would not realize the bond between you two is already broken. Not until the next full moon. I'll keep my mouth shut by then. But I hope you have figured out what you are going to do after that. You are his fated mate. Edward would not like to lose the power he gets by bonding with his fated mate.
Don't worry. I have thought through this. Thank you for keeping it a secret from me, Bonnie. It would be impossible to get Edward break our bond if you hadn't helped me secretly.
Your mother saved my life years ago. I'm indebted to her daughter.
By the next morning, the weeks of bed rest Edward expected of me weren't going to happen. I had a deadline, and it didn't involve waiting for a marking ceremony that was never going to take place. My best friend, Sarah, whispered as she tucked a stray hair behind my ear. You look like a ghost, Em. We were sitting at the Howl, a small cafe on the edge of the Pack territory, far enough away to avoid the main barracks, or so I thought. I feel like one, I admitted, swirling the cooling tea in my mug. But ghosts are hard to catch, aren't they? That's the plan. Sarah squeezed my hand. I still can't believe he left you mid-spell because Darcy had a crisis. I heard from the scouts that she just had a nightmare. A nightmare, Emma. Had a nightmare. I'm really scared right now. Can you come stay with me?
Emma, I'm busy. Don't be so childish and bother me over such trivial things.
To Edward, Darcy's bad dreams are more important than my reality. But it's fine. Let him have his shadows. I'm finding the sun. That's my girl. Now drink up. We're gonna browse that vintage shop you like. No pack talk, no alpha talk. Just... Sarah's voice cut off abruptly. Her gaze shifted to the door, her posture stiffening into a defensive crouch. I didn't have to turn around to know who it was. The air in the room suddenly felt thick, charged with the scent of pine and rain, and the clugging, sweet smell of Darcy's expensive perfume. Edward walked in, his arm draped protectively around Darcy's shoulders. He looked triumphant, relaxed, surrounded by a handful of his high-ranking wolves. He didn't notice me at first, too busy laughing at something one of his friends said.
Oh, look,
Sneered Jax, one of Edward's closest fingers, pointing a finger toward our table.
the Omega is actually out of bed. I thought the suppression spell usually kept you horizontal for a month, Emma. You finally learned how to toughen up?
The group stopped. Edward's laughter died instantly as his eyes met mine. He looked startled, almost offended to see me upright and dressed.
Emma,
Edward stepped forward, his brow frowning.
what are you doing here? You should be resting.